Hello, my name is Mislav. I come from Croatia, and today we are going to talk about cyberbullying. So, I just want to say that here in Croatia we do have problems with cyberbullying. My cousin, he was bullied. He's like 10, 11 years old, and he was bullied by his peers. So his teacher made everyone delete their Facebook. But we also had larger scale bullying issues, and some of them were even on the news.
Hello, my name is David and I'm from Spain. I don't know any Personally, I don't know any case of cyberbullying in my school, but I remember a case of cyberbullying in my country. A girl committed suicide because of that. She was being bullied for a few years, and she didn't tell nobody that she was suffering that type of bullying. So she committed suicide, and nobody could help her.
Hi, my name is Isabel. I'm from Portugal. In Portugal, of course, we have cyberbullying like every other country, I think, but I don't think we give it that much importance because I've never actually heard of cyberbullying in like the news or anything, but I've heard of some bullying cases in my school, and one of my friends for a few months was bullied in a social network. And I remember that she was really lost, really sad, just needing someone, but we couldn't understand why because she wouldn't tell anyone what was happening. So.
Hello, I'm Miriam from Germany, and I wish I could say now at my country or now at my school, cyberbullying isn't a topic because it's not allowed to use cell phones. But I'm afraid it's not like that. Most of the students are using their cell phones anyway, and that's why maybe there were, or there still are, lots of victims. But anyway, I think there aren't so many bullied people because the title of our school is School with Courage and School Without Racism.
Hi, I'm Selva and I'm from Turkey. We have cyberbullying in Turkey at school but not in my class. 2 years ago there was a student in our school. She got many bad messages.
Hello, my name is Philomene. I come from France. In my country there is a lot of cyberbullying, but I think there is no cyberbullying in our school.
Okay, so now we are going to discuss how we can stop cyberbullying. I think if that bullying is serious, then you should report it to your principal or to your teacher or to someone. But if someone bullies you and he hasn't made anything, so for example, if he just picks on you or something, you can always confront him, meaning if he's bigger than you, you can always ask him to sit down, and then you sit down, you look him in the eyes, and you say, what you're doing is you're making me feeling bad, and it's being hurtful, and you can always say that, and most people will stop bullying you. But if he continues, then you can always say something to your principal or whoever.
I think that to prevent that kind of cyberbullying, we should be more careful when we give information in the social networks. We must think before acting and, for example, try to have more privacy and make friends only with people that we know, because if we make friends with people that we don't know, we may have this problem.
In my opinion, cyberbullying is the worst kind of bullying because you can really know who's behind the screen, who is sending this message. It can be like your worst enemy or it can be like your best friend and you just don't know. And if you ever find out, it can like change the way you live, like the people you talk to, with people you're with friends. So I think if we want to end, I think we can end cyberbullying, because internet is like a world. From the minute you put something in the internet, you can take it back. So if you want to like prevent cyberbullying, just be really careful what you put on the internet and the kind of information you give about yourself. No topless pictures or where you live, because people can easily use that against you and make your life miserable.
Yes, I think we'll never can prevent the whole cyber mobbing, but I think you should be really careful with social networks like Facebook, and you should just publish what you really want to.
In France, we have some prevention, like on TV, there is some advertisement. In school, we can speak to the nurse if we have some problem or if we are bullying. We have also a phone number to call if someone bully us. It's really important for us. And
I totally agree with Isabel in the fact that internet is like a world. Everything or anything that you put in the internet, that you public, it can be used against you, and that the main reason why you have to be more careful, very very careful when you share information and share photos and share everything that can be dangerous for you.
And I agree with Philomen, right? Your name, yeah. It's not just in France that you have like a phone number to call. Every country has its own like victim support kind of number. So if you have any trouble, or if you have been bullied, or even if you're having like some sort of problem that's been letting you down, you just need to call. Or even I think every school has like a counselor, someone who helps you. For example, our school has a nurse where we can go every time we're sad or we have a problem, and everything we say or everything we do, if we cry or something, it just stays in that room and it doesn't go out. And if we like, some people are ashamed to say that they need help, and like the nurse can walk the school and people don't talk to her, but a lot of people in school go to that office just to say everything that's in their minds and problems that have been tormenting them. And I think every school should have that kind of program, because some students just don't feel comfortable talking to their friends and even their family about their problems. And sometimes a person that doesn't know anything about you, that can judge you, is the person you feel more comfortable to talk to.
Well, I just want to say, if you really are bullied, you should really talk with your parents or somebody else, because I think also in the future there will be many people who think it's funny to destroy the life of other people.
I think that talking to a nurse or calling a phone is great, but you can also always talk to your friends. Also, a lot of people want to talk about stuff like this with their family, but you can always phone your best friend or your good friend, and he'll be able to support you as the nurse or as the line.
Yeah, I agree with my partners, because the story I told you about the Spanish girl, she committed suicide for that reason. She didn't tell anything to nobody, so nobody could help her. So the first thing, the most important thing we should do when we are suffering that kind of bullying is talking to anyone. Anyone will be able to help us, and it will be better if we don't say anything. It will be better if we say anything to somebody that sorry, I mistake. It will be better if we tell the problem to somebody.
And if you really don't want to speak with your parents or with your friends, maybe you can go to a support group, because sometimes it could be really helpful if you can speak with people who have the same problem like you.
And I think one of the most important things is don't let it what they say get you down, because after all, the people who are bullying you and sending you hate are just people who have nothing better to do than just sit on the computer and hate on other people's life. Like when they say, "Oh my God, you look so ugly today," it's because they don't have anything better to do than just look at your clothes and judge what you do or what you wear. You're like so much better than those people because you have friends and you have people who support you, and maybe they just have like problems with themselves and they don't find another like helpful way to end those problems than just making other people's lives miserable. So don't let it get it down. And if you find out who has been bullying you, just try to talk to them like, I don't know what you're going through, but what you're doing is not right and you should get help because you are not okay with yourself. You have some problems.
Yeah, I think I agree with what you just said, and I think that a big problem with a lot of people is that they have low confidence. And someone I don't know might say something like, "I don't like your hair because it's blonde," or "I don't like you because you're short," or "because you're so tall," and stuff like that. And you can change your height, you can change your hair, and there are always going to be people who are going to pick on you because something you can't control. And I think that people, also what you said, people should find other ways to let their bad emotions out. For example, somebody who is angry, but he doesn't talk about it, he keeps it to himself. It only piles up, and then it piles up, and then piles up, and then in the end, he just bursts out on somebody, or he starts bullying other people. So he should, if you get angry at something, you could always go to the gym, you could exercise it out, or you could take a pillow and yell inside of a pillow. And, if you're sad, you can always cry, right? So, I think it's really, really, really important that if you have some kind of a bad emotion, to find some kind of meditation, I'd call it, to let it all out, so you can continue going on with your life, not bullying anyone else.
And I think the most important thing is don't try to change yourself because of what they say. If they say you're fat, stop eating, like get a grip, you don't have to do that, because if you stop eating, for example, you'll just be doing harm to yourself and they'll just be happy because they managed to get to you. So you will never be able to please everyone. There will always be someone who doesn't like you for your hair, doesn't like you for the clothes you wear, for how your body is, and you will never be able to please anyone. If a person goes by you on the street and they say, "I don't like your jeans," if you go buy another pair of jeans, there will always be another person who says, "I like the other ones better." So you will never be able to please everyone. The most important thing is, if you like what you wear or if you like how you are, you don't have to change because of other people's opinions, because opinions are different and everyone has their own. That doesn't mean they have the right to have to say them all the time. Like a person who is always giving their opinion tends to be tiring and annoying. Like, shut up. We don't care about your opinion anymore. It's okay, it's yours. We don't have to know it. So don't try to change yourself because of somebody else. It's not worth it.
I really agree with that, what you say, because I think it's very important that you like yourself the way you are.
I think we can all agree that we think tolerance is really important, but it's also important that you have your own confidence. You know, you can't change because someone said you should change, and so tolerance is good, but there is a fine line between tolerance and being pushed around. So you can be tolerant, you can respect others, but you shouldn't allow everybody to push you around, because that's not tolerance. That's just inactivity and passivity. So you should be tolerant, but you shouldn't let other people change you.
For that reason, I think that every person, you should find friends that accept you like you are, like you really are, that don't want to change you for please them. You have to be like you really are. You should not to give a false appearance. Is that not good? You have to try to please everyone, only doing the things you like to do, not the things other people want you to do. You have to do what you think it's correct, what you want, and respect every always respecting every person, and it will be better, and that's a good point to prevent cyberbullying. Well, that's all. I hope you like that discuss.